Hey all, Cypher, and welcome back to another Outerplane video. This is going to be a thorough guide on how you can progress better in arena mode. Now, if you're like me, and I'm a big PvP buff, I like doing PvP a lot, and that's probably one of the major reasons that I, joined Outerplane, because it's made by the developers, I mean not the developers, but publishers of Epic 7, which is another amazing PvP-based game. So I like just doing PvP because I feel there's a bit of progression to do in order to achieve something. I hate playing just against bots, defeating bots. I like competing with other players. Now I can agree that players can get quite upset with the matchmaking sometimes, or just due to the sheer difference of power. If you're free to play, there's very little chance you can beat pay-to-win player. Of course, unless there's, I've seen games like Epic 7, and I know it's kind of cringe when I mention this, but Epic 7 really does a good job with their PvP. Now, I'm not gonna say that ML5s or those type of heroes are definitely broken, right? And they're quite difficult to achieve. But in Outerplane, there's no such concept of ML5. There's no concept of those premium light and dark heroes, right? There are light and dark elements, but those heroes are kind of the same rates to acquire, so there's no really premium factor in it. So coming to arena, currently the week has just resetted, right? And it's just about to reset. I just fucked up, sorry. So it's just about to reset. I am at Platinum 3 and I have a lot of tickets to use. These are the tickets that I just have. For example, I can just buy them more. I just want to show you guys the team that I'm using personally to climb an arena, right? So for me personally, I like to avoid the last match because it only gives you 5 points. I like to only take on either the first place or the second place player, depending on the team comp, of course, because keep in mind I am going to use a Cleave team, and this is the team that I'm going to be using. This is a very standard team. Keep in mind it's going to be consisting of Valentine, Snow, Dolly, and Noah. Right now, keep in mind, many players might like to switch Dolly with another DPS, but I just feel with how overpowered Noah is, she is literally enough for the entire team. The only thing is she needs to get a turn. She does not need to be, countered, or you do not want her to be killed, because if Noah is killed, essentially your team is going to lose in the long run. It's just inevitable, right? So the most easy targets are going to be teams like these, because you're going to outspeed these teams no matter what happens, because the Valentine is probably not going to be faster than yours, and even if she is, you still have Snow and Dolly to make sure that Noah goes faster, right? You do not want their DPS to move first. I'll just showcase you how it goes, right, how it plays out in a moment. Noxy Boxy, alright, cool name. Noxy Boxy. Alright, so what we're gonna do is, of course, obviously we're gonna start with providing those buffs from Valentine. Then we're gonna go and use her third skill, and the way it works is her third skill is an AoE, and it decreases the priority of targets by 15%. Now, for those of you who do not know, priority is kind of like action bar or an action gauge if you're coming from Epic 7. So basically you're pushing them down. All of them are right now down. So now my Snow is gonna go next, because that's how I have speed tuned my entire team. Also keep in mind that Snow has another AoE ability, and she decreases the priority by 25%. Actually, sorry, it's 35% if you skill out her third ability, which you should, because she's she's just a 2-star. She's pretty easy to skill up, right? Now my Dolly is gonna go, and what I'm gonna do, if you can see from the in the bottom side, Rin is gonna move next. I think she's gonna move after my Noah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to slow her down using my Dolly's second ability. This has an 85% chance to reduce all enemies' speed and accuracy for 2 turns, right? Alternatively, what you can do is also use her third ability, which silences their turns. Now you can choose whatever you like depending on the situation. For example, if the difference between my Noah and Rin was pretty high, then I would probably use the third skill, because I don't want her to use her ultimate ability, because it will literally nuke out my entire team. So I'm probably gonna go with third skill. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I can silence the Rin, because not only she is weaker affinity. Wait, I did not silence it. What? Don't tell me I'm gonna lose. Hopefully not, right? Yeah, this Rin is not powerful, so we're surviving this, boys. But I mean, that could have been pretty bad, right? If that was a good Rin, that would be pretty bad. So you can see sometimes shit can happen, and I'm currently also leveling another hero instead of Dolly, which is called Alpha. Now Alpha is another 2-star hero, and she can literally stun all enemies on the third ability, right? And her base speed is quite literally the same as Dolly, so there's not much difference. Now what I'm gonna do is I'll probably take on this team next. It's the top team in the bracket, Bez 4. Now this team, again, the only threat is Valentine, because keep in mind the way Outerplane is, it's kind of like Epic 7, where each hero has their own base speed, right? And there are very big differences in base speed. So for example, Valentine has one of the highest base speeds at 133 or maybe 138, and Snow has literally, I think, one of the second highest base speeds. So increasing speed of heroes like Snow, like Valentine, it's very easy compared to, you know, increasing speeds of heroes like Dolly, because her base speed is quite low. It's only 119. Same with the heroes talking about, right? Alpha, her base speed is also 119. So you'll see there's stark differences with heroes, and essentially speed is king at the moment. That's what I feel, essentially, but you know, I could be wrong. Now here I'm planning to, should I use the third skill or should I use the first skill? You know, first skill is gonna guarantee kill somebody, but I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. I'm just gonna use a third skill. I know I do not have enough stacks of the Kaiser energy, and I missed on somebody. Interesting. Doesn't really matter, they both are low health. I'll try to silence. Hopefully I silence Noah. Doesn't really matter, honestly. I'm pretty sure we got this in the bag. Look at that. Even Dolly does some decent damage, man. She does decent damage. I've tried to give both of my heroes some decent attack stats, Snow and Dolly, just to, you know, make sure that my cleave is going good, right? You do not always want to depend on one hero. Like, even though your Noah is going to be quite powerful, but there are going to be times when, you know, one or two heroes might survive, and if it's a DPS hero, such as, like, you know, the opponent Noah or Rin, there's a good chance they might kill your entire team if they get a turn. So, you know, do keep in mind. So here we're going to go and grab our juicy 900 ether for climbing to Platinum 2. Don't worry, I'm going to do some more matches. I don't think I have refreshed tickets. Yeah, I still have 5 tickets. For my friendship points, always make sure to use them if you're not, because not only you get more points, even if you lose, make sure to at least participate in the arena, because you can see I have lost 3 times also, but you can buy these crucial items, right? These professional skill manuals, these basic skill manuals, intermediate skill manuals. These items are kind of garbage. I don't think they're worth it, right? But they're special items, right? Because they're gonna give you this crazy AP set, but they're only 4 stars, so I would not recommend you to buy it. Anyways, enough of that. Let's go and take on some person. Let's take on this guy first, Jason CX3. You can see his power level is quite high, so I'm expecting his Noah and his Rin to pack a lot of punch. So my main aim is not to let both of these heroes get a turn, right? And there's gonna be a. I'm hoping their Noah is not gonna outspeed my Dolly, at least. So here you can see her Valentine is faster, which is a shame, honestly. But you know, it is what it is. My Noah literally got, sorry, my Dolly literally got one-shotted by their Dolly. By the Valentine. So you can see how insanely, you know, like turn 1 teams perform compared to something like, I don't know, compared to something like your normal tank teams. And there's the fact of the matter is, tank teams are quite difficult to build as well. I think I'm gonna lose this. Yeah, that Rin literally one-shot entire team. So yeah, sometimes you will lose. Do not worry about that. It's just part of the game. You know, just make sure to keep going at it. Let's fight even if you lose, because you know, fuck-ups can happen. All right, like there's no guarantee of you always gonna win. Because currently at the moment there's gonna be, you know, you're not gonna have the exact stats that you want. You're not gonna have 100% effectiveness. You're not gonna have very high accuracy, or it's simply just because the enemies have some better gear than you, right? They have better speed gear than you, so you lose just because of that, right? So don't get disheartened. This is just a part of the game like this, and eventually, if you try enough, you try consistently, you will succeed. You will be what you must say. You will like. What can I say? You will eventually climb up in the rankings, right? And I already mentioned, even if you just reach masters, sorry, not masters, diamond, right? Even if you reach diamonds, I think that should be good enough for you, because you're gonna get consistently those. How many is that? I believe it's 400, right? Let's just check pretty quick. I believe it's 400. I mean, at least my goal in the coming month is to at least get to diamonds. Where is the ranking info? Sorry, the reward info. Yeah, even if you just reach diamond 3, you're guaranteed to at least get 400 ether every single week, right? Of course, you're gonna eventually climb and try to climb up to as high as you can, because each time you're gonna climb, you're gonna get these massive bursts of ether. Like, look at that. 1200, 1400, 1600. It's literally more than a multi-worth of ether just for climbing, right? So eventually you will climb up. There's no doubt about it. Holy shit, I just fumbled a lot. But yeah, let's try to take on this guy, Mr. Hannibal M. This team looks like it's beatable pretty easily, because he only has a fast, what's it called, Valentine. But then again, we've seen players with amazing wins, amazing, what you might call, Noahs. And I feel that building speed on a Rin or Noah is not a bad option. And I think lots of players are probably going to do that, because look at that. Like, they resisted so many of my attack gauge reductions. You see that? 2 misses. So eventually, they're probably going to, outspeed my team, and they're going to go first. I just wish that the Valentine does not move, because if the Valentine is going to move... Okay, fine. Thank God the Valentine did not move. Holy shit, that would have been so bad if Valentine moved. Hopefully this should kill the DPS. I'm expecting to kill the DPS at least. It's gonna miss on Valentine. Oh, it's missed on Noah of all... What? How is my Noah missing on the enemy Noah? Like, you see, like, things like those just don't make sense at all. Like, it should not be possible. Simple as that, right? Let's just bank... Yeah, I like that skull animation so much. She like just bonks him with a pillow. it's kind of funny to watch. But yeah, I'm excited for the new hero as well. I feel she's gonna be good for Arena with her defense break and accuracy down, but only time will tell. See, this is a team that I would probably try to first avoid, because this looks like a Cleave team as well, and it's all gonna be about speed contest. So instead, I'm gonna challenge this team, because this team looks a lot easier to beat, right? It looks like I'll be able to beat, because there is no speed contestant except, of course, Valentine. And I'll just ignore Valentine at this point, because even if she is faster than my team, I still have Snow, to counteract with her own priority decrease. And Tio is amazing for defense teams, honestly. Like, her heal is spectacular, and the heal is gonna go up no matter what. So that's just a big deal if you're planning, if you're planning to build like a tank team. One team that I would have in mind is probably gonna be something like Veronica, Leo, some Tio, and probably Rona, a very tanky bruiserish Rona. Or you could just replace it with someone like a fast Rin, right? I would feel that team would succeed as well pretty easily. But the way currently the way the game is, like, look at that. Why did my what the actual fuck, man? Why is my Noah missing for no freaking reason on this Noah? It does not make sense at all. She literally has 97% critical hit rate. Yeah, I think we're gonna lose this just because look at that. I don't understand what is this misrate up shit, like. Is she having a lot of evasion? I mean, I would doubt like somebody would build so much evasion. Like, this is another factor. This is why Outerplane is so much more complicated. Yeah, I just lost this, by the way. There's no way I'm gonna win this. But this is why Outerplane is so much complicated, because evasion is such a big thing. And if you're building a tank team and if you build just evasion, I think your team is automatically just gonna win. Like, I don't think there's any chance in hell. Is it the same team? Is it the same guy? I feel this is the same guy. Hopefully we're gonna get a revenge on him. Hopefully. Man, I hate when people just evade. And this evasion should this reminds me of the 15% in Epic 7, especially for players who play Epic 7. It's so bad. Like, why can't they just do the standard mechanics? Like, you know, why is evasion a thing? It's so irritating. Like, now you gotta focus on freaking accuracy, effectiveness. Like, it's crazy. It's literally crazy. Feels like my Noah is gonna get outsped. So let's go and try to land the debuffs. Look at that, it missed. As usual, right? Hopefully this shit does not miss on Rin, right? Surely. Yeah, did not. Finally. Yeah, we finally get a revenge. I don't even know if this was the same guy, but so yeah, it should happen, guys. It should happen. It's all right. Eventually, you'll climb if you have better positive win rate overall. You know, you should climb out. And some days will be bad. Some days might be good. Just keep working on gear your heroes, and I think it should be good, right? So overall, I think I have decent win rate, 29.6. Of course, you know, as you get more experience, as I get more experience, I'll try to better release some guides for you, especially pertaining to arena mode. But yeah, that's it from my side. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are enjoying Outerplane. Me personally, I'm enjoying it a lot. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.